Okay, week 8, New England Patriots against Miami Dolphins. Miami is favored by 10, and I am going to take Miami on this, as difficult as that is considering what the Patriots just did this last weekend to uh, Buffalo. So, but we'll see what happens. The model says what it says. So it's coming up here. So it's giving Miami a 90% chance of winning. That equates to about a 17-point spread. When we come over to the box plots, you're looking at a score right around 30 to 13, 30 to 17, somewhere around that area. Uh, and again, so we can come over to the middle of the conference interval. Nothing, not a whole lot to see there. And then when I come over here to the Bayesian revision, it's showing that Miami should have a fairly commanding lead over this. But again, as last week showed, things happen. Indeed, I'm not too surprised that Miami lost to Philadelphia. I'm just surprised that they just didn't really show a whole lot of life in that loss. They just looked really stuck all night. And maybe that's because Philadelphia found their offense. They have a really strong defense. And then, but what's even more surprising is just the way that uh, uh, New England just whooped up on Buffalo. So again, who knows what's going on between those two teams? With that notwithstanding, I just have to still look at the overall capability of that offense. And you know, in the NFL, those things are going to happen. So I'm not going to start changing a whole lot of my uh, analysis of this just based upon a single data point. And then the rest of the data, and it is factored in here though. But anyhow, we've got the best offense going against one of the worst offenses in the entire league. Now, I will say this is New England does have a pretty good defense. So we'll see how that works out. And Miami has a mediocre defense. So those two things are going to play out. But here's what the numbers have with those things taken consideration. Let's go to the performance chart. When you come over here and you look at these two numbers, they've got Miami has a strong running game, a strong passing game. New England has a horrible running game and a particularly weak passing game. So they're going to have to rely on their defense at some point in time. And then when I come over here, every week, when you look at Miami, they're so explosive. You have to see that. And they do a pretty good job of protecting the quarterback. Definitely see some propensity for some interceptions and fumbles. That's always hard to win when you turn the ball over. But then we come over here, New England's having a hard time protecting their quarterback and just have not been particularly explosive. It's hard to win when you're not getting a whole lot of yards and you don't have an explosion and you're not getting yards. It's one thing if you don't have explosion, but you can continuously get yards. They haven't been able to do either. But this last weekend, they found it against Buffalo. So anyhow, if you found this show helpful, like and subscribe. And if you have any questions, drop me a note. Thank you.